Welcome back, everyone. With us in the studio is Karen Adams, Randall Drake, and Mitch Catch. Mitch is high above everyone else over here. He said, I want to be above everyone else. No, that's not true. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Now, you guys were here last year, and you were talking about the third, and actually it was the second annual. And that event, I guess, was a success.
It's great.
And it's the third annual Elder Care Symposium. Kind of tell us what that's all about.
Well, this is an event that we bring the whole community together because in our community there's so many resources that people may not know about, and we wanted to just really offer people some encouragement if they're caregiving for someone who has Alzheimer's or dementia, or they're just going through the aging process and are overwhelmed, don't really know where to look at. This is a place where we just bring everyone to one spot, and it's a full day of speakers that will offer a lot of encouragement and good information.
Now, the symposium, is it, you say bring everyone together, are there different organizations that deal specifically with elder care? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, there are. So we actually, our firm, we're the Estate and Elder Law Planning Center, and we're co-presenting with BRMC, ASU, and the Muroc Family Education Center on Aging. But with thanks to our sponsors, we've been able to bring speakers in from across Arkansas that they all kind of specialize in their different areas. But the general theme is this is all going to be information that the aging population needs.
Okay. And then what are some of the topics that are going to be discussed?
Well, we will be talking about a few things: how to pay for long-term care, how to qualify for Social Security benefits and to maximize those benefits. We have the Broyles Foundation coming to talk about Alzheimer's and dementia awareness, and we're really excited about them because they're actually a third generation of caregivers that had in their family 2 people that actually passed away from this disease and know firsthand how difficult that is. So they'll be offering a lot of support there. We're talking about depression and anxiety in older adults. We have a family caregiver workshop to teach you, hands-on if you're wanting to keep somebody at home, how to take care of them safely and to keep them comfortable there in their space. But there's a lot of different topics, though. It's a full day, just jam-packed.
Now, you're going to have speakers. Is there going to be a time when people can ask questions individually of the group or of individual people?
Yeah, each segment will have some question and answer time built in, so they can definitely get those questions answered.
And I'm suspecting if somebody comes in and has a certain question about their depression or their elderly parents or whatever, they may have specific things they want to ask.
Right, absolutely. So
That's
we'll allow
amazing.
for that.
Last 2 years ago, we had the Broyles Foundation in, and Betsy Broyles and her daughter Molly. We gave them a certain amount of time, but not nearly enough, and so we're really excited for them to come back because people had so many questions for them.
And what was the topic they were talking about?
They have what's called a game plan for caregivers, behind Coach Broyles' theme of, he's the athletic director. And so they put together a book that we're going to make available to the attendees that kind of puts together a game plan if you're dealing with dementia-related illnesses and how to cope with that. So fabulous people, interesting stories. I'm so glad they're coming back and we get a rerun. This will be great.
Oh, good.
Well, this is something 10 years ago. I wish, my family and I would have had this kind of information because my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and what he ultimately passed from. And, 10, 15 years ago, that information wasn't, forthcoming.
Right.
So this is great because I know that when the time comes, these are great outlets for questions that I would want to ask.
Sure.
We think it's important, and just to not feel so overwhelmed, because we see in our community quite a bit, this is very relevant, and nobody should have to feel like they're alone in this journey. So just to know that there are so many other people around you that are dealing with the same thing, and there really are so many resources. We have a wonderful community, but there's a lot that can help.
Something that's cool is that if you're a caregiver and you're tied to your home and the person you're caring for, we've actually had Baxter Day Center offer scholarships so that they will take your loved one in for the day and make it so that you can attend and be refreshed and replenished. So anybody who's stuck at home caregiving, this is a chance to come anyway. We'll arrange that, and it's a fabulous refresher.
Well, Mitch, we want to get you in on the conversation. What's your function during the symposium?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm actually going to be at the symposium.
Okay.
I'll be seeing clients that day in Harrison. And of course, you may know, but I'll tell you, our practice is focused on estate planning and protecting assets. And when we talk about Alzheimer's, that's or dementia. Today I think there's one person every 60 seconds being diagnosed, and in the future, in the very near future, that's going to be one person every 30 seconds. So this is becoming a harsh reality for a lot of families, and it's very serious. And what we help people do is find ways to pay for the cost of long-term care, which in our community is about $60,000 to $70,000 a year. For most families, that can be financially devastating, and they may pay all that money for long-term care when, in fact, they weren't very far away from qualifying for Medicaid benefits or VA benefits, which they're called improved pension benefits and aid and attendance benefits. And families can qualify for those things, and sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they don't know they're out there, or they don't realize that they're just a little ways from qualifying. And we can help folks do that, even in a crisis situation. We can help people through that, and help protect the community spouse at home so that they have a better life, or have a bigger pool of money to take care of your loved one that may have Alzheimer's, and stretch that money out and make it go a lot further. People have a lot more alternatives than they think they do. We hear lots of things in our office. Well, I thought I do hear this. I thought Medicare would pay for long-term care, which they do for about 20 days, and that's it. Or my plan is I'm just hoping it doesn't happen. Statistically, I think 70% of us will spend some time at a long-term care facility. So that's the probability is quite high. And just to put that in perspective, all of us have homeowners insurance that own a home. And there's about a 25% probability that we'll actually use that homeowners insurance. But we do plan for it because it would be financially devastating. And so can the cost of long-term care. In just a few years, you could spend $200,000 or $300,000 very quickly before you know it and burn through your life savings. But you really don't have to. And when we can help people discover different ways to pay for those things and help them stay at home, or help pay for care. And we talked about caregivers. And you have had a grandparent with Alzheimer's, as have I, and caregivers, they give it their all, plus about 10%. And so what happens is they get worn out. And the caregiver, they're taking care of a spouse, mom or dad, and then they become sick. They become ill. And if they only knew that there was help for them, there
Can't
were
pour
ways.
from an empty cup.
That's very true.
And the answer is yes, there can be help for you, and you just have to learn what it is. But it's not easy. It is difficult.
But there will be somebody to answer those questions. You will be out. You won't be there at the symposium, but there will be somebody there to help.
I'll be there. Be there at the symposium.
Okay, good.
We're going to have Todd Watley, who is also the president of the National Association of Elder Law Attorneys. That's our accrediting group. So nationally he's known, and he's also joining us. There'll be plenty of people to answer those kinds of questions.
Okay.
Great.
And a couple of other things too that we see a lot in our community are scams, right? Even in our office, we have people calling saying the IRS said they're going to come arrest me and take my house. So we actually have the Attorney General's office coming to talk about scams and exploitation, things that people need to just be aware of and to look out for. So that's important too. And everybody likes free things, so we want to just make sure everybody knows there will be over $500 in door prizes. So there's a lot of our sponsors, like I said, that have made this event possible, so they can come in and visit with them and get registered for that. So it's totally free. We just ask that you register so that we can have some material ready for you when you walk in. And they can do that by going to our website, which is eldercaresymposium.com, or they can call us at our office, which is 870-425-2460.
And the symposium date is, again?
And that is Wednesday the 17th at the Shed. And we do have shuttle service available too, so if anybody isn't comfortable walking up that big hill, because it can be a little steep, we do have Ultimate Auto Group is helping us provide shuttle service, so we'll have that available that day.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Home Depot's coming. They're going to be showing home safety devices and things like that. Oh, I want to put a plug in for Rocksteady, the boxing program. It's a treatment for Parkinson's. The hospital sponsors that group, and the fighters are going to be there putting on an exhibition over lunch. So it'll be a lot of fun.
He's one of them too.
Oh,
This
fun.
one.
Oh, nice.
He's a boxer. He does very well.
It's amazing. It's a great program. So they're going to come and lighten our lives. So
Well, good. Sounds like a fun day.
it will be good.
Everybody come out, and we always encourage people with information like this. It's a free event, and the power is in knowing and having the knowledge to do to make decisions on what you need to do in life. And this is a perfect example of that. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you
Well,
so
thank you.
much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Up next, Debbie Womack is here, and she's going to round out the end of the show, and we're going to be talking about Kindness Inc., the Golden Gala. Stay with us.